My name is Dr. Darren Pierre, and I serve as a senior lecturer in the A. James Clark School of Engineering, where I have the privilege of overseeing our minor in global engineering leadership, teaching courses on leadership, culture-informed leadership learning, organizational psychology. And as I think about leadership, I can't talk about leadership without talking about identity. It is like talking about bread and talking about dough without it rising with heat. The two go together so well. Because when I think about identity and leadership, it's honoring that the ways we lead in College Park and Cologne are going to look differently based on geographic location. To think about leadership without talking about identity, for me, is a mute conversation. Who we are and what complements who we are and how we express ourselves are all forms of how we come about in our own particular way of leading. And one thing that I impress upon my students all the time, and we know this from the science of leadership, that there is not one archetype of leadership. A leader doesn't have to be tall, doesn't have to be short, doesn't have to be rich, doesn't have to be working class, doesn't have to have the pronouns he, doesn't have the pronouns she, doesn't have to have the pronouns there. What they have to be is someone who moves with integrity, who moves with authenticity, and allows courage to be what informs the way they lead, serve, and work in our world. So, when I think about leadership, I can't think about leadership without thinking about identity. Can't have one without the other. Can't have leadership void of talking about identity.